Dear student, today's topic is square and square roots, exercise 6.2 from NCERT. Question number 1. Find the square of the following numbers. So question number 1, Roman 1. Find the square of 32. So 32 square equal to 32 into 32 equal to 1024. Or the another process, 32 square equal to 30 plus 2 whole square, binomial expansion. So by using the identity a plus b whole square, a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square. Here a equal to first term 30 and b equal to 2. So 30 square equal to 900 plus 2 into 30 into 2, 2 to jar 4, 3 jar 12, 120 plus 2 square equal to 4. So is equal to 1024. Only find the square of the given number 32. You may use another process, column method, diagonal method, any process. One more, question number 5, Roman 5. Find the square of 71. So 71 square equal to 71 into 71 equal to 5041, or 71 square equal to 70 plus 1 whole square equal to, by using identity a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square equal to 70 square equal to 4900 plus 70 into 2 into 1 equal to 140 plus 1 square 1, and sum of these three numbers is equal to 5041. So square of 71 equal to 5041. Next, question number 2. Write a Pythagorean triplet whose one of the number is Roman 3, 16. Write a Pythagorean triplet whose one of the number is 16. So let m square minus 1 equal to 16. We know the Pythagorean triplet for m greater than 1, for m greater than 1, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 are the Pythagorean triplet. Here any number is 16 out of these three numbers, to either 2m or m square minus 1 or m square plus 1, any number is equal to 16. So let m square minus 1 equal to 16. Then m square equal to 17. So 16 plus 1, 17. Then m will not be an integer. M will not be an integer because m square equal to 17 is equal to m equal to root over 17, which is not a perfect square. So m equal to not an integer. So this case is not possible. Next, let m square plus 1 equal to 16. That means m square equal to 15. 15 is not a perfect square number. So m is not a integer. So this is also not possible. Next, 2m equal to 16. So m equal to 8. For m equal to 8, m square plus 1 equal to 8 square plus 1 equal to 64 plus 1 equal to 65. And m square minus 1 equal to value of m equal to 8 here. So 8 square minus 1 equal to 64 minus 1 equal to 63. The required triplet is 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1, that is equal to 16, 63 and 65. So this is the Pythagorean triplet where one of the number is 16. And the remaining sums you try to do it yourself. Now exercise 6.3 from NCERT. Question number 1. What could be the possible ones digit of the square root of the following numbers? So question number 1. The given number is 9801. The given number is this. So possible one digit of the square root of 9801 are 1 and 9, because any number whose ones digit is 1, so if we multiply these numbers 2 times, then 1 into 1, 1, and if any number whose ones digit is 9, then multiply this square equal to multiply the ones digit into ones digit 9 into 9, 81. So 9 into 9, 81. One digit is 1. So possible one digit of the square root of this number are 1 and 9. These are the possible any one. One more. Roman 2. The given number is 99,856. So possible one digit of the square root of the number 99,856 are 8 and 6, either 4 or 6, any one. Next, question number 2. Without doing any calculation, find the number which are surely not perfect square. So we know the property, the number ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8. The number ending with 2 or 3 or 7 or 8, never a perfect square. So question number 2, Roman 1, 153 is the given number. So this number is ending with 3. So this is not a perfect square. Question number Roman 2, 257. So this number is ending with 7. So this is also not a perfect square. Next, Roman 3, 408. This number is ending with 8. So this is also not a perfect square. So, and Roman 4, the given number is 441. Here may be perfect square or may not be. It is not clear. But Roman 1, 2, 3, the given numbers are not a perfect square because all these three numbers are ending with 3, 7 and 8. Next, question number 3. Find the square root of 100 and 169 by the method of repeated subtraction. So question number 3. Question number 3. Find the square root of 169 by repeated subtraction. The process is 169 minus 1. 168. 168 minus next odd number, odd natural number 3. So 1 after 3, then next odd number 5, then next 7, then next odd number 9. So 168 minus 3 equal to 165. 165 minus 5 equal to 160. 160 minus 7 equal to 153. 153 minus 9 equal to 144. 144 minus next odd number after 9 equal to 11. So 144 minus 11, 133. 133 minus 13. After 11, the odd number is 13. So 133 minus 13 equal to 122. 120 minus next odd number after 13 is 15. So 120 minus 15 equal to 105. 105 minus 17. After 15, next odd number is 17. So 105 minus 17, 88. 88 minus 19. After 17, next odd number is 19. So 88 minus 19 equal to 69. 69 minus 21. After 19, the odd number is 21. Odd integer. So 69 minus 21 equal to 48. 48 minus after 21, the odd number, odd integer is 23. So 48 minus 23 equal to 25. And 25 minus 25. 25 here, this 25 is the next odd number after 23. So 25 minus 25, 0. So in this process, we subtract the odd integers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19, 21, 23, 25 from the result. So 169 minus 1, 168. So 168 minus 3. Then 165 and 165 minus 5. In this way, find 0. So from 169, we have subtracted successive odd numbers starting from 1, obtained zeros in 13th step. In 13th step, we obtained 0. So square root of 169 is 13. Question number 4. Find the square root of the following numbers by prime factorization method. You already know the method. We already discussed this method when we solved the sums from R.S. Agarwal, same chapter. So find the square root of the following number by prime factorization method. Question number 4, Roman 1, 729. So first find the prime factorization of 729. So 729 divided by 3. 3 2 is 6, 3 4 is 12, 3 3 is 9. Again divide 243 by 3, it is 81. 81 divided by 3 equal to 27. 27 divided by 3, 9. 9 divided by 3, 3. So 729 equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. This is the prime factorization. So root over 729 equal to root over 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So which can be expressed as a product of pair of equal number. So pair of number 3 into 3 equal to 3, and root over 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 equal to 3 into 3 into 3 equal to 27. So 2 times of 3 comes 1 times 3 outside the root. So it is 27. 729 root over 729 equal to 27. One more. Roman 7. 5929. This is the prime factorization. First we divide this number by 7. The quotient is 847. Then again divide it by 7. 121. It is 1. Then divide it by 11. 11 is 121. So 5929 is equal to 7 into 7 into 11 11. So this can be expressed as a product of pair of equal number. So root over 5929 equal to this one equal to 7 into 11 equal to 77. So root over 5929 equal to 77. Question number 5 from exercise 6.3. For which of the following numbers? For each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which should be multiplied to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. So first question number 5, Roman 1, 252. First find the prime factorization of 252. This is the prime factorization. 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. So here it is clear 7 has no pair. So if we want to convert this is a perfect square number, so multiply it by one more 7. So 7 is the least number by which we multiply this number to get a perfect square number. So here 7 is the least number, required least number by which we multiply with 252 to get a perfect square number. So new number is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. So this is the new number, 7 into 7, 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So it is equal to 2 into 3 into 7 whole square equal to 42 square. So this is the new number, and new number is the square of 42. This is the new number, and new number is the square of 42. And question number 6. For each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which should we be divided so as to get a perfect square. Also find the perfect square root. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. So question number 6, Roman 3, 396 is the given number. So after finding the prime factorization, we see that 369 equal to 2 into 2, 396 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 11. So here it is clear 11 has no pair. So if we divide this number by 11, then only it is the product of 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So 11 has no pair. So 11 is the least number, required least number by which we divide 396 to get a perfect square. So new number is, after division, the new number is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. After division there is no 11 because we divide this number by 11. So after division the new number is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So this is the new number, that is equal to 2 square into 3 square equal to 2 into 3 whole square, that is 6 square. So new number is 6 square after division, and the square root of the new number is equal to 6. Next, question number 7. Exercise 6.3. The students of class 8 of a school obtained rupees 2401 in all for Prime Minister National Relief Fund. Each students donate as many rupees as the number of students in the class. Find the number of students in the class. So the condition is the number of students in each class and donation for each students is same. So let the total number of students in the class be x. According to the condition, contribution of each student is also x, rupees x, number of students x, that is why contribution of each student is x. So total contribution is rupees x into number of student, x into x square. So this is a total contribution, but it is given 2401 is the total contribution. So according to the condition, this is the equation, x square equal to 2401. So x equal to root over 2401, and you know how to find the square root of any number by division method. So here square root of 2401 equal to 49. So x equal to 49. So total number of students equal to 49. Next, question number 8. 2025 plants are to be planted in a garden in such a way that each row contains as many plants as the number of rows. Find the number of rows and the number of plants in each row. So let the number of row equal to x, and according to the condition, number of plants in each row also x. Therefore, total number of plants equal to x into x, that is x square. So according to the condition, x square equal to total number of plants 2025. So x equal to root over 2025. So after square root, find the square root of this number. It is x equal to 45. Here we find the square root of this 2025, which is 45. So x equal to 45. So number of row equal to 45 and number of plants in each row also 45. Now question number 9. In question number 9, this type of sums already I solved in previous video when I discussed the same chapter from R.S. Agarwal. Find the smallest square number. Question number 9. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the number 4, 9 and 10. 4, 9 and 10. So this is the question. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the numbers 4, 9 and 10. So process is, first find the LCM of 4, 9, 10 given number. So LCM is equal to 180. So 180 is the least number which is divisible by each of the number 4, 9 and 10. Now find the prime factorization of 180. It is 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 3. So this is the prime factorization of 180, which is LCM of the given number 4, 9, 10. So this is the LCM of the given number 180 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So it is clear that 5 has no pair. So this is not a perfect square number. So but our question is, find the least square number which is divisible by 4, 9 and 10. So this number is divisible by 10 but not a perfect square number because 5 has no pair. So if we multiply this number by 1 more 5, then we got a number which is divisible by this 3 number 4, 9 and 10 as well as perfect square. So 5 has no pair. 180 is not a perfect square number. To make it a perfect square number, 180 is multiplying by 5. So the new number is 180 into 5 equal to 900. So 900 is the least square number which is divisible by the given number 4, 9 and 10 and also perfect square. Thank you.